Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to assemble a jigsaw puzzle, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the link of the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can apply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi, or you can use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker, go ahead and lurk. We're also going to put the emotes into chat, and I'm going to play the sound effect, and we're going to thank John. Thank you very much, John, for renewing your sub, 38 months, saying, my wife took the Prime sub last month when we merged Amazon accounts, but I'm back. Well, thank you very much for that. You got us also to 39 subscribers. We're currently at 39. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up about how many subscribers I have when we reach 40. Also, Ghost Valve is here. Hello, Ghost Valve. Welcome, welcome. Tonight, we are working on a jigsaw puzzle. That's what's happening. If you missed the previous streams. Oh, also, we hit the goal. I can shut up about how many subs I have because John is the first gifted sub of the month. So we also want to thank John for that. Thank you very much, John. Let's shut Pat up respectfully. Yes, appreciate that. We hit a goal here of 40 subscribers. Thank you so much, and welcome to the Mirrodin. Enjoy your gifted sub. But yes, so I can get rid of these for now. When we hit a little more into the middle of the month, which was about when we had a big raid and a bunch of gifted subs came in, we'll drop below 40 again, and I'll be back to talking about it. But right now, we don't have to worry about it. So yeah, if you missed my previous stream, I started and completed in one stream. We did the frame, and then I just started like doing some stuff of getting pieces ready and all that, and categorizing. Let's go to the overhead camera. We'll do that right now. You can see here it is in all its glory. As much, I can get rid of this. As much of the frame, the edge pieces I can fit here with me still being on camera, but you can kind of get a sense of it. It's a big puzzle. It's a 500-piece puzzle, so there's quite a few there. But you can see here, these kind of go about here. I have my magnifying glass in order to read things here because my eyesight is not that great. Do I need new glasses? Yes, 100% yes, I need a new prescription for my glasses. Am I getting that anytime soon? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I do need it. I need to get an eye exam because my eye exam is really old. Is there a theme to this puzzle? Looks like I have multiple color cards. Yes, so the theme for this puzzle is legendary creatures. Each one of these cards is a legendary creature. Now, the previous one we did, which was artifacts, was in alphabetical order, which unfortunately this one is not. So if I'm looking at like Rurik Thar is down here in R, but up here in the corner is Zur the Enchanter, which is the card I have played. Zur the Enchanter and Rafik of the Many are up here. So it's not in alphabetical order, which is fine because that was almost a cheat. And I'm also better at doing these puzzles because, as you can see, we got here. Gotta love Zur, says Gary. Gary in Nature subscribed for 59 months. Thank you so much, Gary. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site. Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank Gary very much for that renewal. Appreciate you, Gary. Yeah. So I went through and separated pieces I think I can figure out by context clues, the text and all that, and then pieces I can't figure out. Like, if it's going to be here on this costume, like, I'm not going to be able to get this to the end. Like, I'm going to get as much as I can, and then I'm going to be like, okay, does this go here? Oh, that's a strap, so that goes there. Okay, that's the line in the center. All right. That's a prism. I'll figure out where it goes. That kind of stuff. But I should be able to figure out where things are using the guide here. And that's what we're going to do tonight. And then sporadically, I will talk in the second hour. I will give brief thoughts on the first episode of Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuX. GQuuuuuX. Quarks. I forget what everyone is saying to call it. So there is a way that people have been going with G-Quarks, maybe. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about it. There's an Aftermath article about this. Where they interviewed IO9's deputy director, James Whitbrook, and he said GQuuuuuuX. He went with GQuuuuuuX. So, yeah, Quuuuuuux. So, QuuuuuuuX. Yeah, QuuuuuuuX does sound cool. Now Aftermath needs to put out a guide on how to pronounce all the mobile suit names. Yes, that is also helpful, because I do fuck those up a lot. What I like to do sometimes is if it's a model kit from a show I haven't watched, I will look up the name of the model kit, and then I will see what most, like more than one YouTuber who has done a model review has called it. Because some of them can read Japanese, and they kind of get the pronunciation from that, and then some of them just go off what other people are saying. So I like to do that for model kits I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to talk about the first episode of GQuuuuuuX. I will talk about the second episode of Catch Me at the Ballpark and the second episode of Rock is a Lady's Modesty. And then on Monday, I'll talk about Lazarus and Once Upon a Witch's Death. I am not going in depth with my anime reviews or episode recaps right now because I can kind of do that with model kits. I can't do that with the puzzle. We figured that out with the last puzzle. But I'll do my best. And there's also some news stuff we can chat about as we go. But let's get into it. We'll start off by just going through here. And hey, we talked about Zur. Here's a piece of Zur that we can look at here. Piece of the Zur card. So that's Zur. And Zur is over here. That's Zur the Enchanter. And this is a piece that I can place because that goes right here. Right next to our Scourge Diva. Judith, the Scourge Diva, goes right there. Excellent. Already doing great. First piece, no problem. All right, we need a card that is a 12-12. So I'm going to look through here. I'm going to start with this side, and I'll flip it over, and I'm going to look for any card that is a 12-12. That's a 15-15. Oop. Harold just subbed saying, 89, I can't think of anything funny. Thank you very much, Harold. Appreciate you so much for that. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote. And thank Harold very much for renewing. 89 months is so many months. Thank you very much, Harold. Appreciate you quite a bit. And also, hello. All right, so let's see if there's a 12-12 on here. Going through this here, I do not see a 12-12 on this side. So that means we flip it over. And we look to see. So that will be somewhere on this side of the board here. And by board, I mean piece of cardboard that I'm currently using, which I trimmed down a little bit because it was too wide. 12-12 is, okay, yeah, that's our Butcher of Truth. This 12-12. That's a bottom card there. So that means, let's see, that's there. So that's the second card over. So that's going to be this piece. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's the one that's down over here. Great. All right, we got a legendary creature. Haha, I'll say that a bunch. A legendary creature where the text starts with each creature. So I'm going to look here at my legend here for something that says each creature. And then it has a little bit of gray above it. So this, whenever, vigilance, flying, protection, flying. I'm looking for each, lifelink, menace, or if you're fancy, manache. No, each creature card. And there are some stones here. This is part of Cedrus, the Traitor King. This is so Cedrus is going to be 3 in. So it's 1 card, like 2 cards, like 3 cards. It's around here somewhere. It's somewhere around here. I'm just going to place it there. It's not a perfect position, but it's around there. It's like in line with that. Yeah, so it's like here. It might be a little over, but whatever. It's okay. All right. Tender. This is something tender. So I am now going to look through all of the names here. Oh, hey, I know Nest Tender. It's Nest Tender. All right, that is 2 cards down. So that's here. That is, there's going to be more words. Right? No, I don't know. It goes right there. Right? Right there? No, it doesn't. Okay, it goes next to it. This name is longer than I'm thinking about. Yeah, so it goes right here, and there's a piece that goes in between the two. So it goes like that. Okay. Makes sense. All right, we got flavor text, and then we got a name mold. So we got mold with the flavor text above it, time. So we're going to look for a creature named mold. It looks like it's the beginning of the name. Yeah, mold. So we're going to look for a legendary creature named mold. Again, not alphabetical order. We'll do our best using the magnifying glass so that I don't have to put this thing right in front of my goddamn face, which is worse. Should be silly of me. Okay. Where are you, mold? All right, I didn't find mold anywhere. So I got to look again. Find mold. This looks like it should be, yeah, it should be the start of a card, so. Not there. Not there. Zer. Okay, not on this side, so it's got to be on this side, folks. Rurik. No. Our Dragon Lords. Okay. Mathis, Elenda. Ah, here we go. It's Moldaratha. Moldaratha. There it is. So it's it's not this card next to it. So Tender is there, and then there's more of that card, and then the next card's there. So it's, yeah, it's like next to this. It's like right around here. There's a card in between. Great. Okay. Next card. Piece. A zombie wizard. We're looking for a creature that has the type zombie wizard. So we're looking for a zombie wizard. We've got Elder Dragon. We got Elder Dragon. Goblin Wizard. No, we want a zombie wizard. Sphinx Wizard. That's not right. Vampire and Vampire Knight. Human Shaman. Elemental. Human Wizard. We want a zombie wizard. Zombie. Oh, that's a zombie warrior. That's not right. That's Cedrus. He's a zombie warrior. Dragon. Hellion Hydra. Zombie wizard. Arena Lich Queen is a zombie wizard. So that's the second card around in here. That's like around here. Because that's the first card. So that's going to be the second card like about there. Somewhere around there. And then it goes, no, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I think that's right. Again, once I start getting cards connected, it'll all make more sense and kind of fit. All right, we got a legendary creature, of course, that has flying, and it says whenever Z. So that's, it is a card that has Z something or other in it that has flying. So I'm looking for flying whenever. Flying Death Touch, no, I need just flying. Lifelink, no. No. Vigilance, no. I need flying. Menace. Vigilance, okay. So look on this side. For flying, we need a flying, hexproof, haste, flying. Whenever Zur, the enchanter, it's Zur. This is a Zur piece here. We know Zur's over here, and this is another, there's a space in between, and then there's this one. Great. All right, what we got here? Ah. Micaeus. Micaeus. I think Micaeus is on this side of the board. So we'll flip this over. Mizlik. No, it's not that. We need K is here. Oh, maybe I thought it was Mathis. Harold says, I seem to find myself watching a good deal of Magic the Gathering content, considering that I don't play it. Speaking of which, Friday night season finale was pretty sweet. It was. Friday nights had a nice two-parter there, which I thought was really fun. I did not watch the marathon, but I did watch earlier in the week the previous episode so that I knew where we would be for some sweet, sweet gags. Doing the loading time, their like behind the scenes stuff in the same episode, because they had so many backers, is a really good idea. And I already told Graham that. I think Graham knows that they made a good choice. I'm not going to say it was Graham's idea. I don't know what it was, but they did make a very good choice. The idea that because this was made with Kickstarter money, and part of it was having your name included in the credits, and the credits were so long, then the credits happened, and in the corner, then people got that we got some like extra content and behind the scenes stuff. Now, does that make sense for Loading Ready Run to do? No, they should have that be its own video. And maybe they'll do one video that's all of the loading times together as its own separate thing, because some people really love behind the scenes. But as a way to not just have long credits that no one will watch, I think that's really smart. Oh, here we go. Here's our Lunarch. It is online inline here, and is the second card over, so it is about here. It's about here. Great. Feeling good about that. Next piece. Wheeler plays a pretty good villain. Yes, Harold, I would say that Nelson and Wheeler, considering they have no background in acting at all, do a very fine job. Wheeler is Wheeler displays a personality and a persona that is bigger than him. So he's already kind of got presence in that regard. But I really appreciate how much they leaned on Nelson this season as a grounding force for the show, considering he has no background in any of those things. It's pretty damn impressive. There will be a loading time coming, they said, on the rewatch stream yesterday afternoon. Nice. I didn't watch the rewatch stream, like I said, so I didn't know. Oh, there we go. There's Mathis, Fiend. Mathis is on this side. But yeah, I was, I mean, obviously, some of them have more of a background than others when it comes to performance, or years to get better at it. But, yeah. Okay, so Elena's on here. This is the next card over from Elena, is Morris. Fiend Seeker. Looking for them fiends. Okay, so that's going to go like about here or so. Again, give or take. I was a little surprised. I know that since it's a two-parter, you can say that part one of the final episode, Serge was in. I was surprised that Serge wasn't in the last, because he was there producing it. I was surprised that Serge wasn't in like the last shot doing another random job, like that he also worked there. I was surprised that wasn't a gag. Maybe it got cut for time. All right, we got a legendary creature that starts with the words "this." So I'm now going to look for every card on here and look for a card that starts with "this" that has like this coloring underneath. This. Obviously, it's a legendary creature. They're all legendary creatures. One thing I wanted to talk about on this stream tonight, because I thought you might appreciate it. So, Adobe decided that they were going to get on Blue Sky, Adobe, and also an account just for Photoshop, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna get on this newfangled social media, and we're gonna start with like something that will really get people talking. And it was true, people were talking. So I'm gonna read this. Once I find where this piece is, this spell cannot be when No, that's not that one. Okay. This spell. Preacher. Okay, this is part of Carador, the Ghost Chieftain. This is a piece of Carador. So that goes over here, like here-ish. Somewhere around there. Right? Yeah. Yes, there'll be one more piece. It doesn't go like that. It goes next to it. Great. So I'm going to read this real quick, and then we'll continue to find our pieces for things. Adobe, in a now deleted skeet on Blue Sky, said, "We're here to connect with artists, designers, and storytellers who bring ideas to life. What's fueling your creativity right now? Drop a reply, tag a creator, or share your latest work. We'd love to see what inspires you." 9 reposts at the time, some point before deletion. 1,000 quotes, 50 likes. So yes, John, pretty much exactly that. A lot of people were like, I assume you'll be charging us monthly to read your posts. Go back to the fascist own site where they enjoy supporting AI generated art like your brand does. Y'all keep raising your prices for products that keep getting worse. And then they did get rid of that post. They just deleted it because it was getting too much heat. And then someone wrote, Adobe deleting their first Blue Sky post because they realized the artist community pretty much universally hates them now is extremely funny. Yeah, about 1.6 quote tweets or reply or quote skeets or replies. They got fucking buried. I'm sure there were some people who were just like, I'm painting something or other, you know, but yeah. Adobe continually raising their prices, and then also, again, being one of the many companies, and let's not say they're the only ones, one of many companies that is just like, you know what we could do is we could get really into AI and also make it seem like you have to get into AI. Because then AI will like us more. The people what make the AI will like us more if we really make it seem like creatives need it. All right, I gotta find Tal. I gotta find a Tal card here. What if we steal your art and give it to others for free without your permission? Indeed, yes. We're doing some opt-out stuff, and by opt-out we mean you have it's on there, and your continual subscription is endorsement of this. What was that wrong? Not Zur, not there. Where are you, Tal? Tal. I mean, you exist. You are a card that exists. Why can't I find you? Talrer, where are you? Talrin, where are you? All right, I'm going to keep looking for this damn piece. Figure out which card this is. Again, not alphabetical order, so I can't just go to the T's. I have to look at every card. It's a little annoying. They didn't do it in alphabetical order. They did a different thing. Here we go. Talrin, Sky Summoner. You are on the same line as Elena in kind of the middle. You're in a weird spot. You're like part of the clothing. Yeah, you're like above this part of the clothing on this line here. Got it. Okay. That's where that goes. Let's find. Was this? Yeah, is this Rune of the Hidden? This is something of the Hidden. And this is not the Unbowed. I know that. Of the Hidden. And it's not the Hidden Temple. Because that would be cool. But it is Rune of the Hidden Realm. It's just Rune of the Hidden Realm. Don't worry about it. You go here. Hell yeah, you do. Nice. Love getting a piece that isn't just floating and is somewhere. That makes me happy. All right. So we've got a card text here that ends with random order. So there's no flavor text, so it is a card that has no flavor text, but does have the last line of it being random ordered. So it has a lot of text. Random order. Not that one, not that one, not that one. This is actually pretty easy, or easy-ish to find, because you can just look for, it's easy enough. Random order. This is part of the nest tender. So, nest tender is there. Wait. Oop, there's another card that says random order then. This is not nest tender random order. There's more than one card that ends with random order. We had that in the artifacts, where there were a couple cards that had the same kind of thing that were connected. So it's not that one, because that's an edge piece, so I already have it. It's another one that ends with random order. So the hunt continues. Random order. This is part of... Oh, this is... Yeah. Hey, there's a duplicate card on here. The Human Shaman. Alta Polani. Alta Polani Nest Tender. Alta Polani Nest Tender is on here twice. That's weird. That's annoying. I hope that doesn't come to bite me in the ass. But if I ever do a Nest Tender piece and I'm like, that's weird, why isn't this lined up right? It's because of that. So this is going to be on the same line with Torn. So Torn goes here, which means the end of the Torn card is there. Does this go on top of this? It does. Nice. Okay. So somewhere around here is Torn, is that card. So that's weird. So there's one card in here that's a duplicate. That's strange. That's a strange choice. I don't think the other one had any dupes. Okay, Kevrick. Or Kervik. I'm going to pronounce a lot of these cards wrong because I don't know all of them. Into Dreamer, nice. This is the Merciless, yeah. Okay. Not on that side. And as I do this, I will start to remember where some of these are, because I'll have looked at the names quite a bit. That's not going to happen now, but that will happen as we go. I'll start to be like, oh, I remember where the Black Rose is. I hate that this happens sometimes where I don't get it on the first pass and I have to go back. So we went with Carrick, Merciless, Sky Summoner, Cation, Reckoner of Souls, Black Rose. I could also look for card art, which would probably be helpful as well if I recognize the card art here. Of like a flaming sun. That might also help me out. Hey, there's a big sale going on at GOG. Ultima Games, Deus Ex, XCOM 2, Fallout New Vegas. Lots of stuff. Stuff that's probably been on sale a bunch of places is also on sale all at once on GOG. Oh, here we go. The Merciless. So if you're a GOG person... you might want to get in on that. All right, this is also part of the body here. This is in line with this card here, so that's going to go up here. Yeah, it's going to go like that. Yeah, okay. So this goes somewhere up in the middle, about here. Okay, we found it. Great. This is Emil the Blessed. Emil, it's Emil. I don't think I've seen that card yet, so I got to figure out where that is. We'll put this here in my hand. Heal the Blessed, where are you? Okay, I don't see you here, so let's look again. Okay, I haven't seen the Blessed yet, so we'll go to the other side. But yeah, the classic promo game sale started on the 10th. 1,000 games for the last few decades. Only available on PC. And all you need is a GOG account, and you can just buy them. A lot of them very inexpensive. I would say go through. Emil the Blessed is the unit. Oh, that's right. This is the unicorn. I know you. I know you, Emil. So you're going to be here? Is that right? Yes, I believe that's the right piece. There you are. Hell yeah. Emil the Blessed. Love that friend. All right. We're looking for a 5/7. I'm going to look here for a 5/7. Oh, we got a 5/7 here. Is this Dragon Lord? Flavor text. So, yes, this is Dragon Lord. It's one of the Dragon Lords. That's going to go here. Hell yeah. Yes, and then that lines up right. Okay, good. Yes. Love to see it. All right, now we're looking for Beckoner of Souls. Looks like a lot of old Hitman under $1. Yeah. And some of the games are part of their preservation program where they're going to be doing patches and stuff to try to keep them working on modern consoles. And they keep expanding what those games are going to be. All right, so we need to find Beckoner of Souls. Which is a card I don't know. But I am... Beckoner of Souls is over here. Teriel, Beckoner of Souls. So... right next to Emil Blessed is Teriel Beckoner of Souls, so that's going to be then this piece here. No, it won't be, it would be this piece then. No, that's not right. So that it would, or is that right? That is right. Okay, great. Okay. Now we have a Hydra. One of these cards is a Hydra, or maybe more than one, but a card here is Hydra. This Kotaku article listed a bunch of ones. Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition for $8. Fallout 4 Game of the Year for $16. Silent Hill 4 The Room for $7. SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition for $5. Obviously, there'd be a lot more you have to get there. Deus Ex Human Revolution for $3. $1.50 if you want to have Freedom Fighters. The Anniversary Edition of Skyrim, $17. Medal of Honor Allied Assault War Chest, $5. The Saboteur, $5. And Return to Castle Wolfenstein, $2. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome, welcome. All right, so one of these cards is a Hydra, and it's got some cool neon stuff going on it. So let's look for neon in the corner and then the word Hydra. Never been a better time to shoot Nazis in video games. You're right. Never. Yeah, unfortunately, never been a better time for that. Or at least a more practical, poignant time for that. Ooh, that's right. This is part of Ulisht, the Hate Seed. You know, everybody knows about the Hate Seed. I don't need to tell you about the Hate Seed. Lord Crashing wants me to the dance button, which I will in a moment. All right, so that's the Hate Seed. That's over here. This is part of the Hate Seed. Let's see. If this is the main body, then this is next to it, and there's another card. Another card goes there. This card kind of goes about here, and so this card is going to go like here then. Yeah. Like around there. Give or take, of course. A lot of Hate Seed fans in the US, indeed. All right. Thank you for using your channel points for the dance button. While I figure out what my next piece is, I'll hit the dance button. We got here. Alta. This is one of the Alta cards. Now we know it's not this alta because I already placed this alta, so it's this side's alta, which I don't remember where it's on line with here. Is it this one? No, because that's milk is there. So it's this alta. So it's in line with about here. It's about here. So that's that alta. Great, we did it. Thank you for using your channel points for the dance button. All right, moving along. We're making great progress today, I think. We got our oh, this is the Black Rose. This is the Black Rose. I know her. I know her. Yes. Got our Black Rose here. That is in line with this alta. In the middle, it is... Who's this guy? Where is... Karvik is on this side. So it's 1 card, 2 cards. So it's about here. Talon is going to actually be about here then. This is going to be in line about here. About here. Here's abouts. And then Karvik is going to be down and like that. Okay. Like that, I think. We'll figure it out. That seems about right. Again, once cards start connecting, it makes things easier. We have... we got a... Shatter guy. So we're looking for Shatter. The name of the card is Shatter. I don't think it's on this side, but I can't remember. Because some of these we haven't looked at much, because we're just finding them, because it's still very early in the process. Okay. No. 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 All right, so now I have to figure it out again. It starts with the name Shatter. Why did I miss Shatter? Where are you? Gotta go through all this again. I wish these were alphabetical. Like the last one. That did make life a little easier. All right, so one of these cards that starts with Shatter then. It's not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. No. Okay, I cannot find this card. That's weird. I found it. It's cut off by the pants and the coat. So it's this card here. So it's in line here. It'll be like right about there. Got it. Yeah, because the line of the clothing cuts it off. So maybe it's more like that. I don't know, but it's somewhere in this area. It's like here? Yeah, like here. Somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there. We'll figure out when we get there. All right, we got a legendary creature that says whenever you. A legendary creature that says whenever you. So we're looking for every card that starts with whenever you. Whenever you. And then that looks, actually, this is right. This is part of the Goblin Wizard. Goblin Wizard is 1 card, 2 card, 3 card. Is this here? Yes, whenever you. Wait, then... Counters. Okay, so it goes above this. Is part of this card here. Okay. All right, yeah, so this goes here. There's a piece that connects these two. And then this goes about there. Getting it, figuring it out. Let's see, is there anything else we can talk about here in the first hour? Saber Interactive, the CEO of Saber Interactive, Matt Karch, has his name in a university program after donating $5 million to the University of Texas, Austin. New game industry academic department following a $5 million donation for Saber Interactive co-founder and CEO Matt Karch on behalf of the Karch family. The Karch Gaming Institute will be dedicated to shaping the next generation of creative leaders in the video game industry. It's underneath the UT Austin's Moody College of Communication, capital M Moody. See, it's also another instance of Karch boosting his profile, taking Saber Interactive out from under Embracer Group. Yeah, seems neat. I don't have much to say about it. A CEO of a gaming company putting money into college programs seems good. We'll see, but you know, seems good. All right, we got a card here that is a 5/5. So we were looking for a 5/5 that has flavor text that says Graves. So we'll look for all of our 5/5s. It's a 6/6, 12/12, 5/7, 3/5, 1/1, 5/5. Does it say Graves 2 above it? It does not. So that's not the 5/5 we're looking for. 1/1, 3/3, 2/3, 6/6, 3/3. Again, looking for a 5/5 here. 4/7, 4/4, 5/5. To the Graves. Yes, this is part of the Traitorous King. The Traitor King, I should say. So that's this one here. That is this part of, if that's part of the Traitor King, then this is the bottom of the Traitor King card. There. Is that right? Is this, no, that is not right. All right, this is all very muddy here, but hopefully we'll start being able to figure these things out once we get some cards in. This feels about right here. Okay, yeah. Again, we'll figure it out. Hey, good news for SAG-AFTRA, which will affect video game stuff less than just the regular actors here. Congress doing something to support the SAG-AFTRA Anti-Deepfake and AI Act. The No Fakes Act is aimed at protecting actors, recording artists, and broadcasters alike. The SAG-AFTRA is nurture originals, foster art, and keep entertainment safe. No fakes. Has been reintroduced to the Senate and has received bipartisan support. Bill would establish a federal right in voice and likeness to protect against unauthorized use of digital replicas, which is sponsored by Marsha Blackburn, Chris Coons, Amy Coldebar, and Tom Tillis. Would apply to both audiovisual works and sound recordings. It did not pass before the elections last year. We're looking for the Dusk Rose. We got a piece of here, so we are looking now for the Dusk Rose. Not the other rose, but the Dusk Rose. We got the Black Rose, but this is the Dusk Rose. Alenda, the Dusk Rose. Lifelink. Alenda, the Dusk Rose. That piece goes right fucking here. Hell yeah. Summoner. Sky Summoner. We're looking for Sky Summoner. We'll do that. Let's see. Cation, Black Rose. That's Tarlin, Sky Summoner. It's this piece right here. It goes right here. Hell yeah. We love that. We love finding the Sky Summoner piece. All right. We're looking for a legendary creature that is a Hellion that has that says the words hate seed in it. So legendary creature that's a Hellion. I have seen this already on here. This is a card I have seen in person before because it's the hate seed. Yes. All right, this is the bottom part of the hate seed. Hate seed is right here. Goes with this piece right there. Why did that seem... These two pieces seem like they didn't want to go together, but they do need to go together. There you go. That looks better. All right. This is somewhere. This is approximate. Should be over Scourge. Yeah. So this is around here somewhere. This will be up. This will be down, and there'll be two pieces that connect these two together here. This is probably where this is supposed to be. Approximately. Yeah, it didn't pass before elections. It isn't just boring actors, recording artists, and broadcasters, said Fran Drescher. Deepfakes can ruin all lives. It doesn't matter if you're a public figure or a high school student being exploited by internet creeps. It's time to give humans the power to say, no, not my face, not my voice. They're fucking going for it, and I appreciate that. The main exceptions to the bill would be digital replica that is used in bona fide commentary, criticism, scholarship, satire, or parody. So you can do parody deepfakes, I guess. Yeesh. And yeah, I don't know how far it's going to go, but... Yeah. Then everyone... Well, here's the thing, right, Lord Crashington? You can say, oh, that's a parody. But guess what? The federal government, state and federal government don't really care about parody that much. So you can say, oh, this is okay, but generally in like a lawsuit, judges will just say, I don't think this is a parody. Because they will say that about things that are parody. So even though that sucks, it generally won't be a big deal. Because the same way that like, if you're on if you're on YouTube and you're like, this is fair use. Like YouTube doesn't give a shit about your fair use, which sucks. So like, no fakes would probably win out if you were like, oh, this is satire or criticism. Unfortunately, the court of law tends to not agree with you. Even if you are even if you were lying, if you're telling the truth, they still don't generally want to believe you. So claiming it's a parody isn't going to get you out of problems. All right, we're looking for a shaman here. With the way the courts work, that'll get spread. That'll get to spread for longer than they'd like. I mean, also, like I said, the courts don't believe that things are parody or satire, generally. They generally take things at face value. For better or worse, they generally take things as they are and don't give you the benefit of the doubt when it comes to your artistic expression, which fucking sucks. But in this case, might shut down AI bastards. Human Shaman. It's the Scourge Diva, which is an A+ name. No notes on the name. The Scourge Diva is one of the best goddamn names in Magic the Gathering. Judith the Scourge Diva is unbelievably good. We will talk about WrestleMania this week. I am taking next Saturday off, so a week from tonight, I will not be streaming because I will be watching WrestleMania Night 1. I'm going to watch so much fucking wrestling next week, which plus, I'm very happy about that. I will not be watching the Judy is a strong character. Indeed, Ghostfowl. Also, hi, Ghostfowl. I will not be watching the pre-shows, which apparently are going to be several hours. I believe the pre-shows are 3 hours each. No, thanks. I'm going to start at 7 o'clock both nights. I'm good. I don't need them pre-shows. All right, I'm looking for a 4/4 card that has put two 1+1 put 2 +1/+1 counters. So a 4/4 that has some counters that you're going to place on here. Not there, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. These are 1 4s and 3s. So we'll look on the other side for a 4 4. But yeah, we'll talk more over the week as night 1 and night 2 seem to be shaking up. I do want to say, I did read a little bit of trivia that's pretty fucking cool. Jade Cargill and Naomi have a one-on-one women's match. And that is because Naomi is responsible for Jade Cargill getting pushed off a loading dock into a windshield of a car, or a vehicle, I should say. Oh, this is part of Emil the Blessed. Nice. That's going to go there. Is that part of this card? It's not part of that card. Okay, so it's not that. This is going to go like here. I don't know where this goes, but we'll put it there for now. That's going to go like here for Emil the Blessed. Nice. So yeah, Jade versus Naomi. A one-on-one encounter with no stipulation. This is WrestleMania 41, I should say, is the first time ever that 2 women will have a singles match at WrestleMania with no stipulation. Because a title match is a stipulation. This is just a singles match because they don't like each other. So by stipulation, I mean, it doesn't have any rules. Like, it's not a hardcore match or a last man standing. It doesn't have any special rules, I should say, or a no DQ, or a title match, or a number 1 contender match. It's 2 women fighting each other with no added stipulation other than they're wrestling a wrestling match. And that's the first time ever in WrestleMania history. There have been tag matches. There have been mixed tag matches. There have been various other things. But this one has no stipulations. It's just 2 women wrestling each other. And it's wild that it took till 2025 for that to fucking happen, but it's also cool and worth noting. Soul of Elements. This is a piece of Soul of Elements. So it is online here. These should be... Ooh, okay. So this got messy in here. This is on the second line. It is in line with this, so it's right around here. These should be in line with that. Oh, that's the second one. No, I'm sorry. Okay, these go here. This actually goes up here because it's with this dragon. There's two dragon lord cards. I had it in the wrong spot. It goes around here. Probably around here, I should say. Yeah. Okay. All right. This card has flavor text. This is Macias. So this is this card. This is not flavor text, I should say. I said the wrong thing. This is a Macias card. It's part of Macias, I should say. Macias. Not Mathis. I don't remember where Macias is. I'll find Macias. Macias is over here, I think. Macias, yes. The Lunarch. Human Cleric. Macias is here. If this is C, then this is the second one here. It's part of Macias. That's where Macias is. So this is lower than that, and a piece will connect the two. So it's right about there. Right about there. Just a match between enemies. Yes, Lord Crashington. Just a match between enemies that happen to be two women. And, they're fighting because one tried to take the other out for reasons. Did it to look out for her other friend who was just like, well, we'll deal with that later because I'm fucking trying to win the women's championship. So I'm trying to win the women's world championship. So, like, I'll deal with you later. Butcher of Truth. This is part of Butcher of Truth here, which is this card around here. So that goes about there. Seems good. Can I find this? Cost 2, blue, red. Like, maybe I can find this. A card that costs 2, and then blue and red there. 2. This one, maybe I'm like reaching too close. Oh no, this is probably Elsa of the Infinite. Yeah, this is part of Elsa. Okay, so that goes here. Oops. That goes right here. Nailed it. Did it. Wait. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, goes over here. I was like, this is not fitting in where it's supposed to because I was putting it in the wrong spot. It goes on that side. There we go. Nice. That's a good spot to take a little bit of a breaky break. I will have to start going through this pile again and finding more pieces to sort because I did do that ahead of time, and I try to do that ahead of the streams as well. Like stuff where I'm like, okay, that just says, this says something, but like, am I going to be able to find that? I don't know. Or like, am I going to be able to find that? No, that's in the wrong pile. That piece I'm definitely not going to be able to find like that. This says legendary creature whenever. Like I should probably be able to find that out. This says it's like a 5/6 and it's got the kind of like thing that tells me this is part of the towards the center there. No, I'm not going to be. Oh, I can look for a 6/6 that's next to a card that says 1. So yeah, I can figure that out. And then whenever enter. So I'm looking for enter. And now I'll be able to figure that one out. So hopefully I can get through some of these. But we'll come to that back to that later here. Okay, now is the part of the stream where I'm going to talk to you about ways that you can support what I do here. Everything I'm about to tell you is optional. You're under no obligation to do any of these things. If you would like to help me out financially, you're more than welcome to, but don't worry about it. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber to the Build Bear workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support me through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. You can be like Harold and Gary, who, you know, did through regular Cash Money, or Unjan, who used their Prime token. I appreciate that very much. You could gift a sub like Unjan did. That's very kind of you. You could do some bits and coins. You could cheer if you wanted to. We haven't had any cheers this month. But yeah, being a subscriber is the easiest thing. You get some cool emotes. You don't see ads during the stream. You don't see pre-roll ads. It helps me out and it lets me keep doing what I'm doing, which is nice. So you could do that if you wanted to. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. Over on my Patreon, I'm going to actually move my keyboard here down a little bit so that I can do this a little bit easier. There we go. Over on the Patreon, you can subscribe at the $1, $3, $5, or $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. It would be nice if you did. Let's see. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. Over on my YouTube channel, you can, of course, subscribe for free because it's YouTube. You could also become a member. And over on my YouTube channel, for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So you'll be able to see videos before other people get to see them, which is kind of neat. It's kind of cool that we do that there. So if you want to jump over there on the YouTube. Also, those are monthly ways to support me. If you would like to just help me out on a one-time basis, you can do a direct donation through PayPal or my Ko-Fi. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And with that fund, I take money out to buy model kits and Lego sets. And in fact, my AdSense right now is at $78, and at $100 I can use it. I can't take it out before it gets $100. So by the end of this year, projecting by the end of this year, I should be able to buy some model kits with that $100, which is great. So past you has helped out present me. So if you want to help out future me, you can buy some of that, and I'll keep buying model kits and Lego sets and all that. Now this that I'm working on right now, this jigsaw puzzle that I'm working on, this came from Chris. Thank you, Chris, who bought this off my Amazon wish list. If you would like to buy something for me to build on stream, you can do that. You will jump the queue and become the next thing I build. And also, your thing. And then also, I'll shoot a video about it, and I'll have a mailbag video where I talk about the thing that you purchased. I have Lego sets and model kits, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, kits that go on sale all the time, kits that keep going up in price. The sushi shrimp is now $16. I think it was like $11 when I added it to my wish list previously. But yeah, I got a bunch of things in here. I recently added some more Lego at some good prices. So if you see something there you'd like to see me put together, you could buy it. There's an entry grade that right now is $21, which feels high, but it is what it is for an entry grade. It just seems like they didn't make a lot of the Build Strike Exceed Galaxy, which is a shame. But yeah, Lego sets, model kits, all kinds of things. I would be happy to put together anything on this list. I wouldn't put it on my list if I didn't think I'd like to build it. I also have on this list some knockoff Lego, because that's kind of fun to play around with now and again. So if you have something there you'd like to see me build, so that when I finish this jigsaw puzzle, I can do the thing you want instead of my backlog. Which there's a few things in my backlog I really would like to fucking build. Nobody ever votes for the Forbidden Gundam, but it's got a scythe on it, and I do want to put it together. Also, it's fucking called the Forbidden Gundam, and I just like saying that. If you don't want to buy something through Amazon, I fucking get it. I have a Throne wish list. You can check out that wish list there. And then also, you can check out USA Gundam Store. If you want to support me, Lord Crashington, sometimes Forbidden, it just makes it more interesting. If you want to support me financially, and you don't want it to be simple, you need to be complicated and nonsense, then this is the thing for you. You go to USA Gundam Store, you buy a gift card there. They will send you an email with that gift card code. Then you take that gift card code and you use it to buy, so you send that gift card code to me so that I will use it. You can send me a whisper on Twitch or a DM on Twitter or Blue Sky or Mastodon with that gift card code. Again, the most convoluted way possible to support me financially if that's your thing. If you want to hang out in a Discord that is nice and chill, you can hang out in my Discord. It's a cool place. We'd love to have you over there on the Discord. Jump in. It'll be great. Couple of video links for you to check out. Pat Bear's Anime Club. I have a new episode coming out on Monday. The most current, recent Pat Bear's Anime Club is my live stream, the winter review or wrap up, I guess I should say, spring preview. Should I call it review? Nah, whatever. It's a wrap up. But that episode is still there. That's my most recent. And then Monday evening, voting will end for the 2025 Crunchyroll Anime Awards. And so I made a guide. It's my Pat Bear's Anime Club bonus. So I made a voting guide where I talk about the nominees and we go through all that. So yeah, voting ends on Monday, April 14th at like midnight Pacific. So this is one of your last chances to watch my guide to then go and vote. And then Kuma Baer is my weekly anime recommendation series. Excuse me. I made a video about I'm making videos all this month of April about my favorite shows from the winter season, including Zenshu, which is one of the best original isekais that I've ever seen. It's so good. It's a love letter to creativity and also a love letter to old anime. Lots of references in there. Really fun. Maybe wraps up a little too clean, but still really good show. So watch my 1 minute video about that, please. A bunch of people watched it, so that was nice. I'm going to talk about, briefly, I will chat about some anime here. I'm not going to go too in-depth in it because it's very hard for me to go in-depth while doing this. So we will do that. And I'm also going to drink some more water because that would be nice. And we'll get into all of that in just a second. We're going to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera right now. Thank you, John, for using your channel points for the dance button and also for me to press the yeah button. We will do both those things. First things first, I will hit the dance button, and we'll do that right now. Well, I move my keyboard, because I forgot to do it before I did the transition, because I never move my keyboard like that. Can sort some pieces here. I think I might find that. I can probably figure that one out too. Yeah, I can figure that one out. In these, yeah. All right. And then, now that that's gone out, I'll hit the yeah button. Thank you for doing this. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now as I get into this, I'm going to, again, just top line views of episode. We'll start with episode 1 of Mobile Suit Gundam. Our new Mobile Suit Gundam series. It's on Prime. I am now watching anime on 3 streaming services because I'm not watching anything on Netflix right now, but I am watching stuff on Prime, Crunchyroll, and HIDIVE, and you get to see all 3 today. A little brief, conversation about all 3. So this is an alternative universe. Alternate universe. I did not see the movie. I cannot tell you about beginning. I can only tell you about episode 1, which 5 years after the 1-year war. We're in the future here. The Red Gundam is out there doing stuff. That's important, but also it's not important because really, we're talking about underground mobile suit fights. God damn it. The Gundam GQuuuuuX is here. Quux is here. It's been commandeered. We've got the Omega Saikumu using that. All right, we had a legendary, and it's going to say 2. So I'm now looking at every legendary here, all of them, because they're legendaries, looking for the number 2 in the description. So anyway, yeah, visually, gorgeous. Episode 1 looks so fucking good. I was very impressed with how good this looks. Okay, this is going to be part of... Okay, so because Alta is in here twice, this is part of Alta, but that's already over there. So that means this is part of the other Alta over here. So it goes there. And then there's one piece that goes in between these two. Okay, got it. Yeah, it goes there, and then the piece goes there, and it goes there. Great, figured that out. Yeah, looks awesome. Red Gundam looks great, as usual. Yeah, a dude is like, there's a bunch of Gundams fighting each other. The military police show up. The military police get disabled at the end of the episode. The Red Gundam escapes. We got Chalia Bull, the former subordinate of Char, with the Zeon Task Force going after the Gundam. Also we're on side 6, and Amate. Amate's here, and she meets a smuggler named Nyan, who seems pretty great. And the clan battles are a thing. There's illegal Gundam fighting or mobile suit fighting. I think it's Gundam fighting. So now our girl's got a Gundam, and there's going to be more Gundam shit, and it's going to be cool as hell. This is part of the Minoplasm. The Minoplasm is over here doing its thing. Is that part of this? No. So that's going to go... Minoplasm is directly underneath Cedrus, because this is directly underneath Emil, so that actually goes there. And this is going to be under this card around here. Give or take, it's like right there. Oh, it's actually... This card is too high. Or wait. These are too low. These are too low, I think. Yeah. This wants to go here. This is actually like that. This wants to go like that. This is going to go here. This is going to go like here. Should go higher. This is the 5-5 that is part of Cedrus. It's here. That's actually going to go like that. All right. This is starting to make more sense. This is starting to look more right. Okay. We'll figure this out as we go. Anyway, yeah. Hey, do I like the main Gundam in this show? Not yet. I don't like it yet. Am I enamored with this particular story so far? The world building is good. The alternate reality stuff looks good. There's a password that gets used in this episode that is from the original series. It's a variation, slight variation, I think mostly due to translation. The translators not realizing that was that. Okay, I'm looking for a 6-6 that then has some text next to it. So we'll start by looking for a 6-6. But yeah, right off the bat, it's got style, it's got vibes. The password is not password, no, Lord Crashington. It's a passcode phrase. That is another reference. There are probably going to be a lot of references that I don't even notice because it's been a while since I watched the original series, and this is a alternate reality continuation of the original series. Okay, so it's not that one. I'm looking for... Where is this going to be? 6-6, and then there's a red border card. There's only so many red border cards on here. Is it this one? No, that's a 5-5. All right, we got to go back on here. But yeah, new Gundam show looks cool as hell. I am interested in learning more about it. Sorry. Here it is. No, that's a 5-5. Let me just try to find a 6-6 here, and then okay, there's a 6-6, but that's not this. That's not the red card. That's not the red card. Well, maybe it's not a 6. No, that looks like a 6-6. Ogre Warrior. But then the card isn't cut off, so it's not. This is not part of Rurik Thar the Unbowed. I don't think, unless this guide is wrong, and that would be a real fucking bummer. It's here. Okay. Hey, it's part of the Harvester. Great. So that's somewhere around here. This is here. This is... So if this card is here, then this is like... Not that. Is it here? Okay, so that goes there. And then this is like right above it. And the hate seed is... This is part of the hate seed. That goes like here. This goes like this. Goes like that. Okay. Starting to figure this out. Lashbury says, I made the mistake of watching it the day it came out when I usually save all my anime for today, so I thought I would have another episode to watch today. Interesting thing is the movie version didn't start with this first. No, the movie version is not the first 4 episodes. The movie version is a prequel, or it is not. We don't know, but the movie is not the first 4 episodes just out early as a movie. It is maybe more akin to Witch from Mercury, which had a prologue that was on YouTube and then eventually on Crunchyroll as well, or it's later episodes, or it's side story. The movie is definitely the first. Lastbrook, I have been told that the movie was that the events in this were not in that. And they're different, but maybe they aren't. I don't know. I have been told that the movie was not what we saw in the first episode, and maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know. But I've been told I'm hearing different things. but I don't know. They may have, let's see. Oh, that's reception. This episode is exactly the same as the movie, and the preview for the next episode is also from the movie. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch the movie, so I don't know. But I'm excited to watch it. Excited to watch it. See what's up. Excited for episode 2, which does come out next week. Next Wednesday, it'll be live. And so I'll probably talk about it on Thursday, because Thursday I didn't talk about any anime. So the second episode of Catch Me at the Ballpark. Again, I am going to just talk about a little bit of information about this. I'm not going to go too deep. We had 3 episodes. The first episode was a new character. The second episode was our girl, Ruriko, I should say. Talking about romance and stuff. Oh, no. Yeah. And the third episode introduces a new character that meets with our boy Murata, who is kind of got a crush on Ruriko, but now we have a new character, Natsumo, and there's some fun stuff about that. So I'll go through a little bit here. But yeah, it was 3 stories. I don't mind that. All right, we're looking for flavor text. Followers forsake greater something or other. So we are looking for the flavor text. So any card that doesn't have flavor text, we don't have to worry about it. So now we're looking for any flavor text that has the words followers forsake. And I might have to get in here. But yeah, this episode was fun. I liked that they introduced new characters. It's not just about our guy who's going to the ballpark and the one girl that talks to him so that he will buy beer from her. So I am happy that we have extended out into more characters. There were some other characters in the first one, but this one the episode really did fill it out. Because this should be like a bunch of different characters that are unique hanging out here. All right, this is part of the Elder Dragon, the Dragon Lord, Dromoka. That's going to go right here. Hell yeah, filling out that card. Now we have some other flavor text here that says passes up an opportunity. So now we are also looking for flavor text that says passes up an opportunity. So we'll look for all that. Passes up an opportunity. This is for the other Dragon Lord. Okay, so that's the other Dragon Lord is this here. So that's going to go right there. Hell yeah, love that. All right. So we are looking for a 6/6 that has some flavor text, which is, and also some light stuff going through it. So that might be up here. Yes, I believe that's going to be then part of the Earth. Okay, so that's not this one. The 6/6, and that's above something that costs 5. So it's not that one. Is it? It's not that one, so it's going to be on the other side then. So yeah, so we had Yuki Tanako, and she is there to support her husband, who is a baseball player. He plays in the home team. This is funny because she does not like baseball, but that's her husband's job. And then she gets really mad that people are trash talking him, but then he hits a home run and suddenly they're being very supportive. And she's just like, oh yeah, all right. That's a fun little twist there. Somebody at the ballpark that really has no interest in baseball, but is just trying to be supportive. All right, I can't figure this one out. This is it's a 6/6, but it contains the Earth something or other. It's not that one because there's something below it. So it's up. Oh, it's this one over here. Okay. This is part of, yeah. Okay. This card here. So this is like around here then. Somewhere around here. She has to learn about how sports Twitter works. Yeah. Ruriko apparently, Ruriko, who is our main girl, she is like the main character on there, the girl, the beer girl that is kind of like learning what it means to do this. So she's the Giru. She has not been hit on by customers, which she is a little annoyed with because they would tip her more if they did. And it's like, well, what's wrong with me? And it's kind of fucked. She also doesn't know the rules of baseball and is trying to learn it. But also apparently there's some fucking sleazeballs that want to get people's personal information. She should look out for that. And so she does encounter some creeps, but she shoots them all down, doesn't give them any information. And then they're like, well, we'll follow your Ninsta account, which is, of course, their please don't be mad at us Instagram parody is Ninsta. And she doesn't have an account, so they help her set one up, which may come in handy later or lead to other jokes. Okay, we need the renegade. Got to find this renegade, this creep. There you are. Rishkar. Pima Renegade. You're over here. Oh, we almost have a full card done. This is the closest we have to a full card, which is great. We're like one. Well, you know, like, and then a little bit edge or whatever, but we're getting close to finishing up a card there. Also, I should say, by the end of this episode, Ruriko has gone viral, which is kind of in keeping with the stuff in reality that led to this manga, now an anime, being created, which is the popularity of girls, beer selling girls at Japanese baseball games. So, and then the third story, which is very short, is another beer vendor girl, but she was aspiring one. She wants to be a beer vendor. It hasn't worked out for her. She is now working at the concession stand, and Murata, I should say, is the guy from the first episode who gives her some encouragement. And she is developing a bit of a crush on him. All right, this is part of that, which hopefully won't lead to anything because that's gross. But yeah, but also, you know, she's working at the concession stand. She wants to be a beer girl because you make better tips and all that. But she overhears some patrons talking about how her food is really good and it was a lifesaver, and it made the game even more fun and better for them. And she's like, all right, I guess I'll keep working. So, am I going to keep watching this show? Yeah, 2 episodes in, I think I'm going to keep going. Oh, I need to find an angel. One of these is an angel, and that's where this card is. This is part of the angel card. Hopefully there's not 2 angels. Dragons, plenty of dragons. All right, no angel that I can see here. So yeah, I thought this was good. I appreciated that we introduced new characters. It's a fun show. It is a very easy watch. So I am interested in that. We'll talk about some other shows on Monday. We have one more to talk about here, which is episode 2 of Rock is a Lady's Modesty. Okay, so this is part of Teriel, Reckoner of Souls. I think. We'll make sure here, because there might be more than one angel, but I think this is the right one. Creatures card, graveyard. Okay, this is the right one here. So this is like about here. Or like about here, I think. Like here? Here. Okay, yeah, maybe? I don't know. Something like that. We'll figure it out. All right, and then Rock is a Lady's Modesty, episode 2. This one was great. More music. A school for young, noble young ladies, or ladies that are in politics, or their parents are in politics or whatever. Human Shaman. 01 green egg. So we're looking for human shaman here. We've seen that before. We've seen the human shaman before. So there might be more than one. I don't think there is in these legendary creatures. Human shaman. Human shaman. Yeah, we have 2 of those. So that's the problem, is that this could be part of this. It could be the card that goes here. Yes, because yeah, we have 2 of the same card for Nest Tender. But okay, that one goes there then. All right, that's good. That just fit in perfectly, so I know that's the right one. And it's not gonna go over here. I mean, we'll find out if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. All right. There's like a panther or something in the corner here, and it's 2. Got some pips there. I'm going to look for one that has like a panther thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Queen. This is a cat dragon. That's just a great thing that I got to say out loud, that this card is part of a cat dragon. Like, I just got to say that out loud. That is in line with Scourge, is our cat dragon. So that's like here. Does that go right? Is that right here? That is. That's that piece. Fuck yeah. Awesome. Love that for us. Okay, so this episode, real quick. Otahaz is our drummer. She was saying some shit about Lilisa, who is our guitarist. And Otaha wants to play with her again. Lilisa's not interested. Lilisa almost lets her interest in rock music slip, which would have been embarrassing. Otaha does not give up. Lilisa's trying to play the violin, and she's struggling with it, and that is making... We now learn that her stepsister's name is Alice, and Alice is just getting so fucking pissed off about hearing goddamn bad violin, and they're stepsisters, so it's already not great. Legendary creature, whenever sorcery. So I gotta look for a card that starts whenever and then has sorcery underneath it. I don't think it was there. Let me look at my notes here. Lilisa's trying to get into student council. Apparently, one of the reasons that Lilisa is doing all this is to make life easier for her mother, who is kind of a free spirit and is definitely not doing great in this kind of society. So she's trying to make things easier for her mom as best she can, which, that's nice. Okay, so this is part of this goblin wizard here. That's got to go like there, something like that. Yeah, so like around here, somewhere around here. Wait, yeah, because this is the second card. Legendary creature, goblin wizard. Whenever you cast. This is wrong. This is actually here. This piece I had in the wrong spot. This is another card that starts whenever. And so this was in the wrong spot. Because that is actually, I think, the other card. Whenever you attack zombies. Yes. So this is part of Varia Lich Queen. So I had it in the wrong spot. Varia Lich Queen is around in here. That piece goes here. Nice. What's the zombie wizard? Oh, that's Larry. Is it Witch Queen? That is. Oh. Yeah. Look at that. We just connected 4 in a row right across. That rules. And that's going to go all the way to here. And then this is above that. kind of, sort of, somewhere around here. That rolls. Look at that. It's a line of pieces right there. Excellente. Love to see it. Let's see. Lilisa and Odaha talk to each other again. Let's see. We have an introduction of another character, Yukari. And then the episode ends with Lilisa picking up guitar to basically like, look, I've moved on from guitar. Whatever. So this second episode, a lot of character stuff. Whenever Intet. Okay, so we need to find Intet. This is whenever Intet, it's flying. So it's a card that is flying that has the name Intet. So, but Intet could be, covered. We might not even see the name of that. So we'll look. Got flying and whenever. I think that says flying. Another, or does it say lifelink? No, it says flying. That's not whenever an opponent, whenever Intet. All right, I didn't find it there. Whenever you cast a spell, go to the next one. So yeah, I am enjoying Rock is a Lady's Modesty. It's a bit more of a drama than I thought it was going to be, and that's not a problem. I am excited to see more of it, and I'll keep telling you about it. Here we go. Intet the Dreamer. I don't think I have anything around here. Intet the Dreamer is somewhere in this area. Is it goes here? That does look like remains of. Yes, that goes there. Okay, so that's like there. Excellent. That's it for me talking about anime for tonight. I will have more on Monday. Episode 2 of Once Upon a Witch's Death we'll talk about Monday, and the next episode of Lazarus probably also talk about on Monday. And then I don't know what else I'm going to be talking about on Saturdays. There's still plenty of shows I haven't talked about yet, so I might do some more of that. I'm watching some shows that I'm not going to cover weekly, but there's probably another one I can talk about on Saturday. But there's a lot this season. And very little of it is isekai, for me anyway. I do have a couple of isekai that I'm watching, the beginning after the end, and that I'm definitely watching. And I mean, I am watching. I am, of course, watching the every episode of I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level season 2 because that is joyful. Am I watching Backwater Swordsman? So Dirty, I haven't started that one yet. I've read the manga and I like the manga. That show I know is just going to be like an easy watch. So I haven't started it yet, but I will be watching it because gotta find a human wizard, everybody. Gotta find a human wizard. But I do know that I will be watching that because I do enjoy. Okay, so this is going to go here. Excellent. That doesn't go like that. It goes like that. But yeah, also, hi, Dirty. I know I like that manga. I know I like that anime. It'll be an easy watch, so I will check that one out. There's like a lot of stuff that I'm just like, a bunch of maybes. I haven't started watching the one about the girl that just goes walking to explore stuff to get over her writer's block that's based on a true story. I haven't started that yet. I don't even know if the one about food, the college girls that cook, I don't even know if that started yet, but I haven't watched that. There's a bunch of stuff I really do need to get going on. All right, this is one of the dragons here. Yes, this is part of the Dreamer here. Intet the Dreamer. And we found one Intet piece. That's whenever Intet. Yeah, okay. So this is going to go like here then. Like about there. Somewhere around here. Like it's got to be in line with that. So we'll say it goes there. Just to see. But now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? Okay, flying whenever he speaks. So we're looking for flying, and then it has whatever. So we'll look for flying whenever. This does not have flavor text, so it's not that one. Flying, he speaks, so it's not that one. Got a bunch of cards with flying, I guess. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Could have hit the cough button, but I didn't. I want to hear from you. What are you into right now? What are you watching? What are you playing? What's going on with y'all? I always like hearing from you about stuff that you're up to and into. I will say that I played a bunch of Marvel Rivals yesterday with some friends, which is always fun. I watched some wrestling, which is good because there was a bunch of stuff I want to get caught up on the wonderful world of wrestling. Okay, so this is part of On June, the shifting, something or other. So that is on the second plane here. And it is like, is this card here? Yes. No, it's not part of that card then. The Shattergasm is like here. And this is like around here then. It is above that. Okay, so no, this is gonna be. So maybe it's over here. It's 3 cards in. So this is 1 card, 2 cards, like 3 cards. All right, it's like that. I don't know. This is all a mess over here. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so I played some Marvel Rivals, had a good time with that with some friends, watched some wrestling, watching a bunch of anime, sequel series and stuff. The second season of Windbreaker is starting off pretty strong, but I'm a little bored with it. I'm hoping that it picks up. Okay, we need an Elder Dragon creature that says countered. So we're going to look for all the Elder Dragons and look for one that says can't be countered. So this spell can't be countered. It's the part of this one here, I think. Yeah. So it's going to go right there. Hell yeah, right there. Oh, I love that. All right, we're looking for a card with the flavor text when... No, this is not flavor text. It says when graveyard. That is part of Ulamog. What's up, Ulamog? You were in line here. So that's card 1, that's card 2. You are like the bottom of here then. Yeah, soul elements. You are like diagonal with soul elements. Okay. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, watching a bunch of anime, playing that. Hearthstone, my next gaming stream on Tuesday will be a Hearthstone stream. I hope you come hang out for that. Where I'll be playing, showing off some new decks for the recent expansion. I have 2 decks that I really like that are new cards, and then I have 2 decks. 2 of my favorite decks have new cards in it that make them better. And then one of my old decks, got a change in a card that makes the deck worse, and so I'm not really playing the warrior cheat deck, big minion warrior. Kind of letting that go. All right, this is a dragon. Is this the cat dragon one? Is this? Yeah, this is the cat dragon. So that's here. Hell yeah, that's the cat dragon. We love that. This doesn't go like that. No, so that must go there. Cat dragon. Fuck yeah, love it. Yeah, so I have 2 decks I really like, and then new cards in 2 decks we've seen before. We've seen my Big Shaman. This is Big Shaman. We've seen my Smokescreen deck. There's a couple new cards in the Smokescreen deck that make that rogue deck good. I'm very excited about. Something of the many. All right, so we're looking for of the many. That's Rafik of the many. So that goes right here then. Hell yeah. Love that. A card or a piece that snaps into other pieces makes me very happy. This is an elemental avatar, which I don't remember being on here, but must be, so we'll find that. Dirty says, still playing Xenoblade Chronicles X and watching the patch 8 for BG3 to drop, or waiting for it to drop on Tuesday, so I can do a drunken first run. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Other than that, I took a 2-hour drive today to see fam and eat Cajun food. Nice. Elemental avatar, that's a fungus shaman, that's different. That's awesome. Sometimes you gotta go out, see some people, eat some food, do some stuff. I'm getting Chinese food tomorrow. Takeaway Chinese. Very excited about that. Always looking forward to that because the place we get from makes pretty damn good boneless barbecued spare ribs. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. Have that and then watch some wrestling. Oh, it's part of this card here. So it is bottom card of Gravitide. So it gotta go. It doesn't go like that. This goes next to it. This goes like that. This card goes basically like around here somewhere. Again, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna get Chinese food tomorrow, and I'm excited about that because it's been a little while. I've made homemade Chinese food quite a bit, but this is obviously different. All right, so legendary creature. All of them are exile another target. So we got to find the text. Exile another target on the top line. There is a colon. Exile another target. So we're looking for a legendary creature. Oh, this looks like it has a white border there. So let's see if that's going to be exile another target creature. This is part of the unicorn. This is a unicorn card. It's not that one. So it goes there. Put 2 1/1s. That's the second line of that. Okay, so that's going to go like that. This is going to go like here. Yeah, it's going to go like that. Is this part of this piece here? No. All right, this is still messy, but we'll figure it out as we go. Last one says, I watched the last 2 dub episodes of Apothecary Diaries and now understand why everyone has been talking up this frog. Yes. I also watched the first episode of Lazarus, and I did get so far. Yeah, I really liked the first episode of Lazarus. I'm excited for the second one. Still not used to modern anime with US music budget. Yep, it is kind of different. I also signed up for Dropout before the price increase and started watching the W tabletop campaign. It's fun, but I kind of don't like the super low serious DM voice. Yeah, I understand. I can understand that if you're not fully into it. Brendan is just doing his best to deal with some people who have never done anything like it, but are at least presenters. Yeah, Dropout is going to be increasing its price, but if you lock in a price by being a subscriber, it won't. You can lock in a price before that, and they gave people plenty of notice. So if you want to come back to Dropout, or if you want to get in on Dropout, you can lock in the lower price for a bit if you want to watch some stuff. I haven't had Dropout in a while, but I respect them that they have held out so long. And also, you can know that price increase is just so they can do bigger, cooler things and continue to pay people equity in the work that they do, which is fucking wild for a goddamn streamer to be able to say that. All right, so we're looking for a card that has. This is a hard one, so we're gonna pass on that one. We'll do that one later, putting it in the hard pile. All right, let's pull out some more pieces here and try to get going here. Lord Crasher says, I've been playing a survival city builder called Ixion that's a bit like Frostpunk, but with less depressing vibes up front as you build out a settlement of a sort of space station that goes through some things. Okay, that sounds fun, Lord Crasher. I hope you're having a good time with that game. Yeah, that sounds neat. All right, so we're looking for some flavor text that says suffering in it. So, not that one. Flavor text is always in italic, so it is kind of easy to see it at the bottom of a card. Some cards don't have flavor text, some do. If it's got a lot of rules, it won't have flavor text, or if it's an old card, it just won't have it. Sometimes it's a quote, and that person will be quoted in multiple things. And sometimes it's just like a little flavor. A little flavoring, a little bit to let you know what's going on with this card. All right. No, not that one, not that one. Yeah, for me, it's just the same old. I did buy Nibby or whatever. Hold on, let me find the name of it. I did buy it because it was cheap, and I've heard good things about it. I did purchase a copy of Nubby's Number Factory, and so I'm interested in seeing that. We'll look at that at the end of the month. Nubby's Number Factory. I said Nibby, I meant Nubby. Nubby's Number Factory, we'll check that out. That looked fun. The game Jeff using to teach his kids numbers. Yes, his daughter seemed to like that game. All right, this is part of Zur the Enchanter. So that's going to go here. Yeah. And that connects to this. Yeah, it does. Ooh, that makes me feel good. Hell yeah. Love that. All right, let's get like one more, maybe two more in. All right, we're looking for a 2-3. And then some text next to the 2-3. So we're going to look all around here for a 2-3. That's a 3-2. That's a 2-3. And then it says when flying. Yeah, okay. So it's this one. It's part of this tender. So it's okay. Wait. It's the end of the human. So it's okay. It's basically here. It like lives somewhere around here. Okay. That is correct, but looks wild and weird, and we just got to go with it. All right. Maybe, yeah, one more, and then I gotta get out of here and get this episode uploaded or the stream uploaded, and then also watch some wrestling. The Collision replay. Because I don't watch Collision live, because I could watch the first hour live and then the second hour replay, but I'd rather just watch the whole thing at the end. All right, we're looking for 2-2. We got a 2-2 with a red border. Yes, this is part of the Scourge Diva. So that goes right here. Hell yeah, it does. Look at that. Look at that. The Blueprints discourse has been flying all around Blue Sky these past few days. Yeah, I just ignore it. I do not care about it. I do not care if reviewers were really into the game and that made people buy it and not have a good time. I do not care if people think they are too stupid for puzzle games, which makes puzzle games bad. I do not care that some people bought it and then got a refund because it's not for them. I do not care if it's some people's favorite game of the year, because they should have good games of the year. I just could not care less. It's not for me because I'm not into that social deduction puzzle game thing. I don't want a notebook for games. I'm sure it's great and or sucks shit, but I just couldn't be bothered about discourse. Just couldn't be bothered. Yeah, I just glaze over. I'm just like, okay, all right. Like the hyperbole of people being like, this makes me actually like mad at reviewers because they liked it and I don't like it. It's like, okay. You're different. You're not the same people. I don't know what to tell you. But on that, on that apathy, we are going to head out of here. I want to thank everybody for joining me here tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your night. We are going to go on a raid. That is how we end every stream around here. So if you did like what you saw here, the party doesn't end because, as John says, we always end with a raid. We're going to go find someone doing cool stuff and go spend some time with those people. Let's see, who are we going to go raid on a Saturday? Let's see who is streaming. Dan, and I believe Dan is with somebody playing Split Fiction. So, how long has Dan been doing that? Oh, yeah, okay. Dan's playing Split Fiction with Kayla. Now I can see who that is. And that just sounds like a good, bad time. So we're going to go hang out with Dan. That's his stepsister. Yes. I didn't see originally who it was. Now I can see that. Thank you all so much, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. We never get a chance to raid Dan, so this will be good to do. Feel free to come along on this raid. Reminder, my next stream is on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope you'll come check that out as we have a good time just doing whatever. And by whatever, I mean continuing to work on this puzzle and talking about anime and video games and other things that come up. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye.